on a correlation in SPSS. So this study was a sleep study of college students, and it had a whole bunch of different variables that they thought could be affected by sleep. So we have our different genders, what year they were, all these different variables, GPA, anxiety score, depression score, and so on. So when you're doing these correlations, the first thing you need to know is we need to do these on two numerical continuous variables. So what we're trying to figure out if there's a relationship between these two variables. So for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to look at GPA and we're going to look at average sleep. So to get a visual representation of this first, what we're going to do is create a scatter plot. So we're going to go into graphs, legacy dialogues, and then we're going to do scatter dot. And then we'll just put our GPA and our average sleep in, so GPA, and then at the bottom our average sleep. And then we're going to press OK. If you want to look at the options, you can, but we don't need to do any of those. So we're going to press OK. And if you look at this graph, you can see that there isn't really much of a pattern here. So if you were having a relationship, you would see kind of all of the dots going upward or all the dots going downwards. These ones are kind of just all scattered around. So already we can tell that they probably don't have a relationship between GPA and the amount of sleep you get. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to calculate our correlation and find our Pearson's value. So if we close this out, we're going to go back into Analyze. And what we're going to do is go to Correlate and Bivariate. And we are going to, again, look at those two variables, our GPA and our average sleep. And we'll leave all of these. This will give us our Pearson value. So our Pearson R, and it'll give us our p-value. So press OK. And you can see for our GPA, we have Pearson's correlation is negative 0.061, and our p-value is 0.337. So this is greater than 0.05. So what that tells us is that there is not a linear relationship between these two variables. So when you're doing these correlation tests, your null hypothesis would be that they are equal, that there is no relationship, and then your alternative hypothesis would be that there is a relationship. So because we fail to reject the null, that means that there is no evidence for a relationship between GPA and average sleep. This Pearson's correlation value here, if it's close to -1, that would be a strong negative relationship. If it's close to 1, that would be a strong positive linear relationship. This one you can see is very close to 0. 0 means no relationship. So this one's very, very weak negative relationship between GPA and average sleep. So that is how you do correlations in SPSS.